Welcome back, students. The topic for today's discussion is creating database connectivity. That is, we are trying to connect Python with SQLite 3. Now let us discuss what are the steps that are required in order to establish a connection between the front end and a back end. Let me recollect what is a front end and what is a back end. The front end is a place where we design or do our work. The back end is the place where the data gets stored there. In order to establish a connection, I have to require or I have to adapt to 7 steps, and these 7 steps are given here. Let me read one by one. Step number 1 is I have to start Python. Step number 2 is I have to import the required packages that are required for the programming. Step number 3 is I have to establish a connection between Python as well as the database. Step number 4 is I have to create a cursor instance. Once I have created a cursor instance, then I have to execute a query. Once the query is executed, I have to extract the data from the result set. Once all these 6 steps are over, I have to move on to the 7th step, namely clean the environment. And these things will be explained via a program which will be shown in Thorny editor. In order to connect Python with a backend, I have to follow 7 steps. This is what we have seen in the PowerPoint presentation. What are those 7 steps? Again, I try to recap. My step number 1 is I have to start Python. Here I have opened an editor called as Thorny editor and I have typed my Python program itself. So step number 1 is already over. That is, I am into the Python editor itself, right? Step number 1 is over. Then step number 2 states that I have to import the required package for the programming in order to establish a connection between the front end and the back end. Here the front end is Python and the back end is SQLite 3. So I have to import a package called as SQLite 3, which is already present in Thorny editor, which we need not require to install. For example, if I am trying to use or if I am trying to import MySQL.connector, here it will not be available. I have to install that particular package. Again, I repeat, for SQLite 3, you need not install it. Instead, we can just import the particular package, namely SQLite 3, and we can use it. Then the step number 3 states that I have to open a connection to a database. The database is present at the back end. I have to open a connection. I am using a variable called as DB, which means database. Meaning is I am trying to connect Python with a database. The database is present where? The database is present at SQLite 3. SQLite 3 is a package. It contains a method called as connect. In that method, I will be specifying the database name. So the database is going to hold the tables. If the table is not present there, we will be creating the table and we will be doing the manipulations. So step number 3 is opening a connection to a database, for which we are trying to use a connection variable, namely DB, and the connect method is present in the package called as SQLite 3. So package name dot method, wherein I am taking the parameter, namely the database name, namely stud.db. So among the 7 steps, we have completed the first 3 steps. So moving on to the 4th step is we have to create a cursor. Why this cursor and what cursor is? Whenever we are trying to execute a SQL command, I will be getting a result. Here, since we are trying to connect a front end with a back end, I need a workspace to hold the result, which is coming from the back end. To hold the result or the result set at a particular place, I need one instance called as cursor instance. How to create a cursor? Step number 4 here, which is explained in line number 18, that is C is equal to, C is an instance. For what I am creating an instance now, for the database cursor, I am creating the instance. The database, how I am trying to refer to the database now, using the variable called as db, and cursor is a method, db.cursor. That is, I am trying to create a workspace for the database, which is db.cursor. That will give me a result. To hold that one, I need a result space, which is nothing but C there, here. Then you do have step number 5, which means I have to execute the query. Here I am in the Python program, step number 1. I have imported the required packages. I have opened the connection. I have created the cursor. Now I have to execute the query. Now let me give a brief idea about what this program is. I have defined methods, namely create emp, one method, insert emp, then display emp, update emp, delete emp. Here emp means employee. So in each and every function, I have an execute statement, and that has been shown in the doc strings, which is present there. That is, wherever I have used a function called as execute. Execute in the sense, I have the data now in the workspace. The workspace, I refer it as C dot execute. What I am trying to do now, I am trying to create a table named employee, which consists of the following fields or columns or attributes. Here, employee ID is an integer, emp name is a text, department number is an integer, salary is an integer. Once this is done, I am trying to commit the connection. This is required because we have to save a successful transaction. Then and there, when a transaction is successful, I have to save it. This is the 2-step I have given in create employee method. In insert, this is the first time I have created the table. The table will not have any values. Now I am trying to insert the values into the table, namely employee. That is, we are trying to execute the query. These queries are normal SQL queries, which has to be embedded in either a docstring or a normal quotes. Docstring for create and insert respectively. I am trying to insert here 5 records, and I am trying to commit the particular connection. Once I have done with this one, I am moving on to display these things. Now in the workspace, the data is inserted. Now from the workspace, again I am trying to display all the things. In order to display, again I will be using C.execute. From the workspace, I am executing what? I am trying to select the details of the employee. So till now we have seen only 5 steps. That is, from there the data is present in the result set. In order to extract the data which is present there, step number 6, extract the data from the result set, for which I need a method called fetch all. From the workspace, I am trying to fetch all the data which are present there, and it is getting stored in a variable called as a row. Row is a list object here, and when I am trying to print it, whatever 5 records that has been there will be displayed onto the screen. Then I am committing the particular connection. And with respect to update, I am trying to update the salary of the employee by 50 percentage, or increment the salary of the employee by 50 percentage, and I am trying to execute the statement. Once the statement is done, in order to see the changes, whether the effect has been done or not, we are trying to call the display function so that we can ensure that the salaries has been incremented or not. Then with respect to the delete employee function, we are trying to delete an employee whose employee ID is 103. I am having 5 records here. 103 means Abhi record should have been deleted. Once it has been successfully executed, we will be calling again the display function to ensure that the particular record has been deleted. Then I am trying to commit it. I have compiled all these 5 functions, namely table creation, inserting values, display, updation, deletion. All these 5 functions has been put in a while loop for execution. Now let us try to run the program, and out of the 7 steps, we have discussed only 6 steps, that is up to extracting the data from the result set, that is extracting the data from the result set. And people will be asking, what about the 7th step, sir? The 7th step is I have to clean the environment. Once I have been done with all the process, I have to close the connection. Where I have given the close connection now, once the person is giving the choice as 6, that is he want to exit this particular loop now, at that time I will be closing the connection and I will be coming out of the particular loop. On executing the program, it is asking for the choice. Initially I have to go with the table creation, so it will not show me any result. Why? Because the table would have been created. I have just executed a command to create a table from my front end. So table would have been created. Now it is asking for another choice. I am trying to give the second input as insert the values. The table has been created. Now I have to feed in the values. For feeding the values, I am giving the choice as 2, which means it is trying to insert those 5 records. And this will also not show any print. You don't have any print statement there, so it will not be showing anything there. With respect to the third one, we are ensuring that whether the table has been created and whether the values has been inserted. The third one is, it is select star from employee, which means I am trying to take the data from the backend and I am trying to print it on the screen. If I am having all those 5 records, it means that I have successfully created the table. I have inserted the values. Now I am trying to display the same. So yes, here the 5 records are 100 Sundar, his department number and salary. Then 101 is Sendil, 102 is Sham, it is there, 103 is Abhi, and 104 is Arun. So all the records has been inserted into the table, and that has been selected also. So let us try to give the fourth choice, which is updation. We are trying to increase the salary of these employees by 50 percentage. On doing so, the person who has got Sundar has got 1,20,000 as a salary. Now the person is getting 1,80,000, which means it is 50 percentage increment. If people are not clear with the percentages, now we can take either 1 lakh or 50,000. 50,000 half means it is 25,000. So Sham is getting 75,000, whereas Sendil is getting 1,50,000 as a salary. Right? Yes, updation is also successful. So then we try to execute the next one, namely, we are trying to delete an employee, a particular employee. The employee we are trying to delete is 103, Abhi 100, and with her salary. So this one, on executing 5, I am trying to display things here. Abhi is not visible, whereas in the previous output, if you see now, Abhi was visible. Here in this one, 103, the particular record of Abhi is not visible. It has been deleted. Then that winds the choice. I hope I have made myself clear how to establish a connection between Python with SQLite 3.